I bring this back to you. You brought this, and I'm going to go into the deeper end. How do you talk about this? You know, women. Oftentimes, when you get to the level where you are, you want at least a third born, if not a fourth born. You get when you see young children, beautiful kids. Somehow your ovaries get excited, and you're like, "Ooh, beautiful baby!" And you're like, "I need to meet Kajik." And we do you still have conversations to that in depth? And this conversation is taking me to the inclusion bit of both when it gets to parenting.
The question you asked my husband.
The sex life is without sex life there is no marriage.
That is very true. But like my husband said, you make it sound very compulsory. But there's so many ways of doing that. You know, you can talk about it on your phone and then just laugh about it, and it's very exciting to speak love on phone. And I also want to tell you that when we meet, then we have met. It gets exciting. Nice. And you don't leave any stone unturned, because you have to know that you have to maximize. You know, as a businesswoman, I have to tell you in terms of profit or dividends. Yes. You have to make sure that you get all the dividends of the time that God has given you to be together, because it's. The whole issue of sex in relationship or in a marriage it's like my husband said, it's all in the mind.
It's a mindset.
When you're so busy with a lot of work, you're not going to be thinking about that.
Correct.
But when you're idle, the next thing that you want to do is just make babies. Have you actually understood why people who are very busy have less number of children than those who are not busy? Because actually even it happens in developed countries, they have fewer the numbers of population. The population size is smaller than underdeveloped countries. But this is because the underdeveloped countries they ease all the energies on that exercise, that work of intercourse, as opposed to other productive areas. So they put all the energies there. So it's about how busy you are. So, and the question you also asked me about the number of babies that women get excited. I told you, you have to start it from the genesis of your relationship.
Dating phase.
How many babies are you going to have? You'll be very surprised. We had this discussion before we even got married. And once we had the discussion...
You planned the parents.
Yes, and then we agreed that we're going to have 2 babies. Because we wanted to have 2 babies, even the way we had gone about construction of our houses, we've had to put for them their 2 rooms that, okay, these are going to be the babies. And even later in the day, like you correctly said, as a woman, you get excited. Once I got excited, I'm like, I think, darling, we need to have another baby. Then he asked me, which room again? So, because the rooms are clear, you've already put the guest wing, you've already put the 2 rooms for the baby and the master bedroom. So are you going to take your child to the guest room? So we had to go back and have this discussion, and I'm like, I think because of that, let's stick to the agreement. Because you already agreed. You don't want the other child that you bring in the family to feel
isolated and not loved enough.
Of course, all the rooms are named. You other kids, being our kids are very smart. They go like, they'll tell the other one
that's my room.
That is the guest room. That's my room. This is my room. So so we had to plan this thing. So you plan it in advance. You truly fall into the temptation of wanting to have another one.
Yes.
So, but then, like I said, he had to remind me that, look, this was what we agreed with rooms again. And so you have to be...
Mr. Kajik, I want to dive into there. What informed the number of children you had to talk about? Did you grow up in a community where there were quite a lot of very many children, and you saw the inadequacies that came with them not getting quality education, quality attention, quality parental support? What informed your decision to come up with the 2 children?
It is I got the number 2, and I told her that these are the 2 that we shall have because of the for us in our home, we are 8 as a family, but my dad managed to pay for all of us to go through the university. But the man hustled a lot, even when he was a whole district engineer. So for me, I told her that I want us to have the view that we really give the best quality of education, of life for them. And that is all that I wanted. And I move with those kids like my handbag for a lady would move with. They're always with me wherever I go. And that's how I wanted it. Just imagine that I had 5, and then how will I be moving with these children? So yeah, it will be so heavy for me. But that decision, I came up with it just because I wanted a number that I could manage. With or without resources, I should be in position to give them the right quality of life that they needed.